back to my channel. If you were here last time, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Tamara Premier and I put aside, but you can call me Tammy, and you're welcome to Tam's Culture. This channel is about, love, peace, evolving, growing, everything that has to do with, self-improvement, self-growth, self-love, getting to know yourself better, that kind of thing. But in my own way, version, and style. I don't know if that makes sense, but you get to get the hang of it eventually. So today I'm going to be sharing some I don't know why whenever I'm recording when these burps come. Anyways, I'm going to be sharing some personal tips that I thought of and I thought it was going to help, us have a good experience. So I know most of us would like to rant, In fact, every one of us loves to rant. I mean, who doesn't like ranting? I love ranting. No one rants ranting. Your dad rants, your auntie rants, your uncle rants, everybody rants. And I'm like, one thing I've noticed about rants is that people do a lot of things that even make them more agitated after their rants. And I'm like, I thought ranting was meant to cool your temper, but after your rant, you're even more agitated. In fact, you now want to beat the person that you're ranting. And bruh, relax. So, based on my observations and the few, okay, I didn't do any track research, but the few personal researches I've done in my head, I have come up with 5 tips that I think can help, for an individual to have a good rant. I'm gonna put out major disclaimers. Number 1, these tips I'm gonna give, it's not meant for everybody. It's not. Please. Secondly, it is not based on fact and purely opinions and personal experience and observation. So please do not take it seriously. If it works for you, hallelujah. If it doesn't, that's on you, because I don't say it's facts. This is just something that I looked up and I'm like, okay. I mean, I've not even tried it, but I thought of it and it made sense in my head. So I'm going to share it with you guys. So these are the tips that I thought of. So please, with these few disclaimers of mine, I hope I have convinced you that whatever I'm going to say after this, do not take it seriously. Please do take it seriously, but whatever happens, if you apply it, it is not on me. I did not force you to do it. I did not say you should do it. It was just, they were just tips, and I thought I should share them, and if I try it and it works, I'm going to give my testimony too. But if it doesn't work, I will also give my testimony too. So let's get into it. Okay, number 1, be clear on your emotions. Know how you are feeling, Sometimes you get into certain rants and you just talk. You're just talking. Like, bruh, are you sad? Are you angry? Are you irritated? Are you disgusted? You know what you're feeling, so you're able to rant out that feeling, instead of ranting and after the rant you are still feeling the feeling you are feeling, because you don't even know how you're feeling to even talk about it. And for the person that you're ranting to even, talk you out of that particular feeling or help you out of that particular feeling or advise you out of that particular feeling, you are just talking. So understand how you are feeling, understand your emotions too, why you are feeling that way, so that when you are ranting, you actually touch on what is worrying you, understand? Secondly, do not over-exaggerate the story or the experience or the rant. See, I know you want to get the person, like the person you're ranting to on your side, or the people you're ranting to on your side. I understand. But really, over-exaggerating the story, I promise you, will shoot you on your foot, back on your left foot later on. And I'm speaking from personal experience. If you want to rant about what happened, at least about how you or you received what happened to you. Do not over-exaggerate the story. Do not go out of context of the story. Do not go out of what happened during the experience. If you're ranting, rant about how you felt, what made you feel that way, whatever the situation is. Don't go and add pepper and salt to the story. Don't go and add atadoro and crayfish, all the extra ingredients. It is not needed. Because truly, if you're in a situation where the person you're ranting to has access to the second party that was involved in the rant, and the person gets to hear from that person and is not even as deep like you made it, it basically throws you off, and makes your rant invalid. Do you get? Because you've exaggerated the story, you've exaggerated the point of the story, you've put the story on a pedestal. And I'm not saying that your feelings or your emotions are not supposed to be are not supposed to be, valid and all. But you saying the story as it is validates how you're feeling already. Over exaggerating it doesn't change or doesn't make your feelings more validated. I don't understand. I don't know if I'm making sense, but just stick to what happened while you're ranting and just express yourself how you want to express yourself and tell the actual story. Yes, that will help in the rant sessions better. Number 4, do not overcompensate. Now, I witness like a lot of people, even online, when they are ranting, like they over, they want to make you see, or they want to over convince you as to why they are feeling that way, or why you should, agree with how they are feeling, or why how they are feeling is right. Truly and truly, sometimes how you feel in a particular situation might not be right all the time, but it doesn't mean you're not supposed to feel that way, or you are not allowed to feel that way. You can feel that way. You have the right to feel. So you can feel that way based on, personal experiences, sometimes trauma, and sometimes like sometimes based on the standards that you set for yourself and the values that you have. So if you're feeling that way, whether you're the one at fault or the other party is at fault, you don't need to overcompensate your story or yourself or the situation or how you're feeling for the other person to say, oh, okay, I know why, I agree. Sometimes the person you're talking to might not agree on why you are feeling that way, because sometimes you might be at the wrong and you're just feeling that way based on personal, sentiments. And you need the other party to make you see the other side also. Oh, I get why you're feeling this way, but look at it from the other perspective. You need that balanced view, because if you are surrounded with people that will just stick to your view, even if you are wrong, like you will not have healthy relationships, like you will not have a healthy view on life in general, because you're so focused on you're so caught up in your perspective that when other people come with their own perspective, you become very judgmental. That's where judging comes from and everything. But relating it back to you ranting, when you're ranting, do not overcompensate. Just rant how you're feeling, like rant how it's doing in your body, rant how it's pinching in your back. And if you are wrong, at least if the person you're saying, the person you're ranting to, they will tell you that, I get to go, but don't you think blah 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 and everything. You don't need to overcompensate your story or overcompensate yourself for your feeling, right? It's not necessary, because whether you do that or not, that experience or that situation, if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. So but not everybody has to agree with you on how you're feeling. The point of rant is to get something off your chest. And if there's a possible need for advice, you get it. If the possible need for you to get your mind off it, it's done. But making that person, forcing that person to see your view by, overcompensating on your story, I feel it just invalidates your rant. Just makes it, instead of ranting, is now a defendant, and a defendant's type of thing where you're trying to, make people come to your side. You're telling a story for somebody to come to your side or support you in the either nonsense or how you're feeling. Like nonsense you don't know how you're feeling. Like that kills the purpose of a rant. A rant is to get something off your chest. So just get it off your chest and move on or see where it goes. You get period. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, first one is be sure to know who you're ranting to. I'm sure my last talk spoke about, how reasonable the person, the other party is that you're ranting to, because sometimes people that you're ranting to, they are backstabbers, they are backstabbers, they are backstabbers, they are backstabbers. They would see, once you tell them your gist or rant to them, your back is like that. If you view your back through their lens, it's backbone. You don't have flesh again. That's finished. It's just your spinal cord. You're saying, because the lungs, your what they call it, your rib cage. That's what they're saying, because you've destroyed your back. So be mindful to who you rant to. Be mindful who you open up to. Sorry, because people cannot be trusted. So if you're ranting, be sure that the person you're ranting to can rant to you back, and you know that okay, the person is able to be objective and give you good advice and not tell your business to other people, because the rate at which these things occur is alarmingly high, and it discourages people from building that sense of community. I mean, everybody talks about building sense of community, being together, blah blah blah. Everybody's fucked up and all that. But when you look at it, who is everybody? Everybody is you and I. We talk about friendships are deep, blah 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 blah. Friendships are fake. Everybody's fake, blah blah blah. But you are not even taking accountability for yourself. The same way somebody, if you ask them, what do you think about friendship in Lagos or relationship in Lagos, they say, everybody is scam, men are scum, boys are scum, blah blah blah. But you yourself, you are also scum, because you are part of everybody, because almost everybody will tell you the same exact thing. So who is the saint? Who is the good person? Who is the exception? You get, everybody is part of the mess. So we need to understand that for a mess to be fixed, we need to look into ourselves and be like, this is okay, I contribute to this mess in this way. Have that awareness and consciously work towards a change. So it also boils down to the friendships that we create. We say, these people are messed up, but you're also messed up too. So you cannot blame people for acting in a certain way, because you will also act that way. You are what you attract. So if you're attracting people that will backstab you, that means you're most likely a backstabber too. You get? So, bruh, practice what you preach, basically. So back to the point, be careful with who you rant to, really, and make sure that the person you're ranting to is able to give you good advice, you understand, and not turn you into the worst version, turn you into I don't even know, hyena. You understand? Like, just bruh, be careful, man. Honestly. And lastly, Baba, see, if you are ranting, own your rant, own that see, own it with your full chest. See, the worst anybody can do you is talk about you or insult you. They cannot beat you, they will not kill you, nothing they happen. Own your shit. And also speaking to myself, like, own that. If you want to rant, especially when you want to rant about somebody, own your shit. See, own it, because that rant is for you to feel better after you've done it. And if you're not owning that rant, bruh, you're going to feel like you left half of, you said some gist and said some part and you left some part. Like you won't feel satisfied. If it's to insult, you insult the person, because at least you've checked that part of making sure that the person you're ranting to got your back. Like, you guys are 5 and 6, nothing will happen, not going anywhere, you trust yourself and everything. So own your rant and don't be scared to say your mind to even the person that you're ranting about, because nothing will happen. And this is me even speaking to myself, because I'm somebody that I will say something that I don't like about a particular person, and when the person comes, I can't say it for that person. But from this video, I am telling myself, own your rant. Own your rant. Own it, because when you own that you get to understand yourself better. Like you get to see that, okay, this is something you don't like when people do. So the next time somebody does it, you're not having any, doubting points as to, okay, is this something I can take? Is this something I can? You don't like it, you don't like it. Period. That's it. And the people around you, because you have ranted to them about it, when they see that you want to start miserable, they'll say, it's not something you want, but they'll remind you of who you are. Like, own your shit. Don't sit there. Look like this this high for this high for blah 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 whatever, and shaking out. Trust me, when you own your ranting, you're gonna feel better. Like you're gonna see. Let me give an example. When it's one thing when you rant, like you guys, like, I don't know how to say this, but I don't think how Felicia treated me, I liked it. Like, do you get, like, do you understand? Like, I don't really like the way she, compared to, see, that Felicia girl is a like, I told her to go and watch it, and she told me, like, can you imagine? Like, I don't even get it. Like, she's mad, dude. She's actually very mad. Like, I don't like the way she, like, that thing made me really angry. Like, the way she just left the place in the kitchen, like, what the like, I don't understand. Like, what is she feeling like a queen or what, like, everything? Like, that's just very stupid and I don't like it. Bruh, that first girl that was doing smell or was doing, I don't want to offend, bruh, you wasted your round session, because you just diffused your feelings inside of you, and you start to carry grudge, unnecessary grudge that you don't need. But once you say your mind how it is, own it. After that, you are finished. Even if you see the person, even when you want to now confront the person, you're more calm, more articulate about how you felt in that situation. And you tell the person that straight up, like, see, I didn't like the fact you didn't wash the plate as I said, or blah 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 blah, or whatever the reason is, and you are done. And you move on with your life. So yeah, own that shit. Okay, so that's all the tips, guys. I hope I was able to educate some of us and inspire some of us to, have better rant sessions when we're ranting to our significant people. I didn't say other, because it's not only to your significant other you rant to. Your friends, family, whatever, whomever you rant to, as long as they're trustworthy and they're good people. Yeah. You can rant to them. So yeah, that's about it. For this jam that I dropped for you, if you don't subscribe, just subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Good night.